This is a pretty big void that I want to fill up now, so the waterfall can go down and up, but we don't want to use up all our epoxy here trying to do this, so we're going to hold down some pieces of wood in there because it'll float. We don't want it to float. Push that down in there. The epoxy will wrap around this and hold it all down there good, and it won't take up so much space. Alright, we are going to use liquid glass deep pour epoxy. It's 2 parts to 1 part. First time I've done that. Normally it's equal amounts, but we're going to try this stuff because this will let me do 4 inches deep, and this slab is exactly 4 inches deep. And if I like how this comes out and works good, we're going to fill up this whole center in 1 pour. That's going to be cool. So, and if not, we can always go shy and it'll fill up in the flood coat. So here we go. Lots of mixing to do. We can do it all in here. Question is, how much? Okay, I have decided to do 2 parts of the liquid epoxy and 1 part, so a total of 12 ounces of mixed epoxy to go in here. And it seems like quite a bit. That's a pretty big void, I think. And if we have any extra, we're gonna pour it into this little green guy and see how it comes out. Peel off the back, hopefully, and it'll be pretty cool. First time I've done a bug. But typically, if we're gonna always want to go and have extra, that way you don't run out, you get the right amount on your project, and you have a secondary project going. Well, I should be pouring the extra in the bottom like I did this one for the next project, right? But I'm not ready for that. So we'll just try this. To help with the cooling down of the temperature, we want heat to escape from the top and the bottom. So I have these for painting and things. We are going to put a bunch of these on each side underneath this thing, all around this, just to hold it up. So when we do all the epoxy, and now that the bottom is on there, we can let heat go out both sides, because they want this epoxy to be done between 70 and 83 degrees, and it must be in the 80s right now because I am pretty hot. Alright, so let's lift this up and put it under it before we mix. Just finished the hardener. 4 ounces. Now 12 of this. Alright, I've been stirring this for 4 songs. It's about 8 minutes. Problem is, I need it to be blue because you will see it on this end piece. So I can't test how clear it comes out. And there's quite a few bubbles in there that have to work their way up over the next 24 hours. And then make it blue and then put the extra in here. So I've got to put clear in here, add the blue, and then put that in. And if I come up short, I'll just have to make more later on. So we're going to go ahead and cover this guy up for fun. So here we go. Cool. Yep, that's good enough. I got to put something to push him down now. I'll deal with that in a little bit. So we got to make blue. Alright, of course we don't want to see that block of wood in there, so we need to get it dark enough, but we want it to match the river, so I'm going to use all the same colors I did on the river. I don't know if I use much of this, but that's that iridescent blue that's really cool. Alright, and back to these glow in the dark. This is a dark blue, as light as it looks. And this is some light blue. Well, let's see what this does. Okay, the time has come. Looks like I used about 2 ounces on the bug there, so I'm left with about 9-10 ounces. So we'll see how close that gets us, and if this doesn't leak. Here we go. Let's see how clear that is. Oh no, I feel like it's not. It's going to be dark enough. Ooh, it's filling up fast. Please don't leak over here. Kind of just went for it. I didn't check for leaks slowly. does. I suppose I can pour it all out and put it somewhere else. Seems to be holding. Let's see how dark the color is. We are not level. Alright, I added a little bit into here and put a bunch of pigment. It looks a little bit darker, more like what's down inside the bottom there. So let's see if we can darken this up the top here. I want to hide those boards down there. Oh no, there's a leak. Jet. Not happy about the leak right there, unless that's a spill. Let's find out. Well, we might wake up to find a big mess, but it kept leaking back in the bottom of the waterfall. Little drips coming through. I think it gets the tape wet and then it doesn't stick so well. And there's a lot of pressure there, so not a lot, but there's some. So I extra taped it a lot in there, and could be a mess and be stuck and hard to get out. We might have to pour the bottom again to cover up the mess, but we are going to cover it with a lot of if the river's good, then the rest is fine, because we're going to cover it with rocks and grass and roughage and trees, and you really won't see the green epoxy down there. We just don't want all this draining out before it gets hard, which is supposed to be like 24 hours, so it stays liquid for quite a while. A lot of end grain bubbles coming out right there. See that? So, alright, first test with deep pour. Here we go. Check it out tomorrow. Alright, it's been 24 hours. I was able to get it all out of there, but some of it did leak around the edge, but not in the middle, although there's some glue stuck. We're going to be covering a lot of this up with foliage and everything, so we're good there. This shows you how much leaked out. Wow, that much. Almost about a third of it leaked out. Big mess was down here. So lesson learned on this clear epoxy: it eats away at the glue on my tape or something. It just releases it slowly and sneaks underneath it, where it's not a problem with the coating epoxy that dries in an hour, right? That hardens in an hour. So we're going to use the hard stuff in here and finish this off, and then we can focus on the diorama and try to figure out how we're going to get the waterfall. If we use the right blue, it'll all match here, here, and down the side, across and then down. So now I got to try to match the other half. That's the only problem with this leak. Here we go. Oh, check that out. Alright, I poured some pretty dark blue in there. That's cool. I think it looks going to look beautiful. Then I had extra, so I poured it over the stool, taped that up, and this is fast drying, so it shouldn't leak on us with this tape. Never had it leak before. So let's tape the bottom of this one. Boom. This is what I just did on the other one. Okay, pretty successful. A cool deep blue, some iridescent lines in there. Didn't leak here, so we'll be able to make it get a little more light blue as it falls with some white lines down in there and make a waterfall. And that didn't get destroyed. I filled up the extra blue in these two other cookies. I had to make more to do the other half of this one. This is thin coat epoxy. See, it's bubbling, struggling. We're going to sand it all and have a cool blue against this nice white. This is actually some red sap it has. I'm wondering how much that will come out when we sand it all up. Alright, success.